Hi there and welcome to Python programming tutorial. This tutorial is basically designed for everyone, for any beginner who just started learning programming or any intermediate level person who is currently working on some project or is enrolled in a CS degree and wants to learn Python, or a person who's an expert and just wants to go through all the concepts of programming in Python and the syntax of each concept and the different things in which we discuss about programming fundamentals, data structures in Python, and object-oriented programming in Python. Hi there, I am Sana Imran. I am a CS graduate and currently enrolled in a data science master program at Datatypes. I'm more passionate about AI and machine learning and deep learning, the new things involving OpenAI, ChatGPT, and generative AI. So basically, this program I have joined to enhance my skills and explore a lot about AI and do various projects in it. We have started from scratch, like working from Python, and I'm here to tell you what I'm learning. And I want to share my learnings and teach you guys whatever I have revisited during this series and during this master program, which all I have covered in my university. But here I got the chance to uh, represent it in practical examples and with a bunch of exercises. And along with that, I have built a Python project, which I'll show you in my next videos, inshallah. So, talking about Python programming language, Python is a very user friendly language that is perfect for beginners. And it is very versatile. We can use Python for web development, backend, for AI development, for game development, and much more. It is very easy to use, and it's like you are playing some games and very user friendly. Why is it very user friendly? It's basically because it is more close to English language and very easy to uh, learn because of its minimal structure. We get used to it, and it has a vast variety of libraries and built-in functions that help you to cover a lot of functionalities in very minimal code. So here this cheat sheet gives you an overview of what we are going to cover in this tutorial series. So guys, get ready to learn about different concepts in Python involving operations in Python, variables, comments, strings, lists, sets, dictionaries, tuple, control structures, Python functions, built-in functions, and how you can define a user-defined function. Then again, we will see scope of variables, and we will also look for some intermediate or advanced level concepts in programming for the beginners. Actually, those are for the beginners, I'm saying. The concepts of error or exception handling, which is very, very essential, especially for the testing part of our program, of our code. And then we will look into object-oriented programming. So let's start. Here is a table of content of all our concepts we are going to cover in this series. From programming fundamentals, we will see variables, data types, comments, operations, decision statements, loops, functions, built-in functions, errors and exception handling, and file handling too. So file handling is also very essential, and let's be very excited for this. Then we will see different data structures in Python. These data structures are basically a type of uh, data, or in which kinds of in which some complex kinds of data types we will store our values. Then we'll see object-oriented programming, and which will cover class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. Deeper into our concepts, I want to show you and tell you something about the code editor in which you can write code for Python. So if you're a beginner and working from scratch, it is very easy for you to work on Python projects or Python exercises by just going to Google Colab. Google Colab is a online software which you can use. It is a cloud-based software which you can use to write your code in Python without installing anything on your local PC. So here we came on Colab, and you just select a new notebook. Actually, in Python is an interpreted language, and we can write code in chunks. And basically, a code file for Python in which we use cells of code. This is a cell, and we can have several cells here by just selecting this code button here or from here. So we can write different chunks of code separately and run them separately. So it helps us by providing us this opportunity and this kind of file in which we can have separate cells for code and also have text cells in between code cells. This type of file is known as a Python notebook, and which has extension of .ipynb. And here you can name this file. I may name is at test. And now here you can see we can write code here, or text here. With text you can beautify it using these tools. This is for headings, this is for bolding, this italic, this is for adding a code inside text. Here this is sign for inserting a link, or this is for inserting an image, this is for quotation, for quoting something, this is for listing things, and again for bullet points, this is for creating a separate section while writing some text and paragraphs, and much more. This for emojis and much more you can explore while working on Google Colab. So coming back to our tutorial, let's come to programming fundamentals. Programming fundamentals includes syntax of a language. Here we will discuss syntax of a Python language. We will see variables, their data types, different operations, flow structures, functions, file handling, and exception handling in Python. How these are defined and displayed. So, discussing variables and their data types. A variable, is a memory location inside a computer's memory where we store some value. And for a computer to memorizing that value, we give them some name, and that value is of some time, of some type, which is the data type of that variable. That variable also has some scope. Either it can be a local variable or a global variable. So local and global we will see further in the examples. And here I have demonstrated some types of data types and some subtypes. So majorly we will use integer, floating point, lists, tuple, strings, true, false, which is boolean, dictionaries, and set. For naming a variable, as other languages, Python also has some naming conventions, same as other languages. Variable name cannot contain any special character or blank spaces. It consists only of alphabets, digits, and underscore, and cannot start with a digit. Variable names are case sensitive and can never start with a digit, and they can never be same as a keyword already existing in that programming language as an identifier. So these are some core concepts related to variables and data types, which we will discover and discuss here. So guys, moving to the end of our Python programming series part 1, we will discuss the declaration and definition of our variables in Python. Here are some of the Python variables, and I have mentioned their data types. For integer variable, we just store an integer value to a variable, and we must keep the variable name appropriate to the value for recognizing the data, which data we have stored, and what type of data is this. Similarly, this is a floating point variable, this is a string variable, this is a Boolean variable, this is a list type of variable in which you can see how we define a list or an array, you can say, in Python. Similarly, this is a set. This set is same as we studied in mathematics in our school, 6th, 7th grade, and it has all those functionalities like union of sets, intersection, difference, etc. And you can say that this is the same set which contains unique values and has no positions or indexes for each value, while in lists and tuples, the values are positional. Uh, these are called with indexes, and we can choose the specific value at specific index using index function of this data type. And then we have dictionaries. Dictionaries are very portable and are very essential for storing the data, a bunch of data related to a single person or single entity, you can say. Dictionaries are more like APIs, and while working in advanced programming fields, you will discover the importance of APIs and dictionaries. Also, in this talk, we will also discuss how we can check the data type of a variable using a Python built-in function type. This type function returns the data type of the variable passed inside this function. So I have defined here different variables, and then here we are printing the variables values along with their types in appropriate messages. For defining an appropriate message, we use this f formatter in Python. This f formatter helps us inside a print built-in function to help us to display string and along with the values of the variables inside that string enclosed within curly braces. In this way, we can easily display the value of this variable along with this string as an output. So this was our first part of our Python programming series. Hope you guys liked it and enjoyed. I hope you will keep following for the next parts, inshallah. So see you guys in the next video. Keep following and don't forget to subscribe.